So, when me and my wife got married, we had two vehicles, I'll call it. We had an old Oldsmobile and a Kawasaki LTD, I think it was a 500. And that was it. That's the only vehicles we had when we got married, when me and my wife got married. And I was working as a CNA at the time. And if you've ever worked as a CNA, you know you come into work, rain, shine, snow, sleet, sunny, bright, hot, cold, it don't matter. You go to work. For about the first maybe 8 months of our marriage, that's all the vehicles that we had. We got married in September. So from September till about, I'm gonna say June, may or may not be 8 months. In any case, all I had to get to work with was that old Kawasaki LTD. And it would get cold. It would get very cold on that motorcycle. And I had to get to work. I had to make money. So I have since given up motorcycles. I've got one at the house right now, but I don't ride it. It's not tagged. And it doesn't bother me to not ride it. I rode that one so long as my only means of transportation. I could take it or leave it. But I have quit altogether riding motorcycles and have decided not to title or license the motorcycle that I have, rather just to sell it, because of a couple different reasons. One, it really doesn't benefit me anymore. I need vehicles that will hold my children. Motorcycles won't do that. There are various times when I leave work that I will have to pick up something for one or both of my children. And if I'm riding a motorcycle, I can't really do that. So it's not really practical. And I don't ride on the weekends. I spend as much time with my children as I can. So I don't belong to a club or anything like that. There's no reason for me to go out anywhere on the weekends. So I just don't. So that aspect of the practicality is out the window. There's no practicability for me to ride a motorcycle. And then the biggest reason why I don't ride anymore is what happens when I crash one. I've had like 4 motorcycles. I think I've laid all of them down. So it's not necessarily if I crash, it's when and how bad. So if I crash one, when I crash one, and I die, I will be okay. I'm a saved individual, so that's all right. My family hopefully will be able to move on. But that's not really what I'm worried about. What happens if I crash one and live, but I crash one bad enough to where I'm hurt, to where I'm bad hurt? My source of income has now just gone away. Now, no longer do I bring in income to the family, but now I would be a burden on the family because I may be paralyzed. I may have terrible wounds that need cleaning by a professional every so often. I may need home help. I may need, various other things, all because I crashed a motorcycle. Now, I understand that you can be in a car wreck and have the same effects, but your odds are less likely. Therefore, it's not so much if I crash a motorcycle and it kills me, but if I crash a motorcycle and I live, then I would be, a burden to my family almost. I would still be there, but I wouldn't be able to do the same things that I do with my children now. And I just don't want to deal with that. So I'm just going to give it up. I've decided to give it up. And it really doesn't affect me. Now, I love watching motorcycles. I love watching them race. I love hearing them go down the road. But not to the point to where I think I'm going to go out and get another one. Maybe later on in life when my children are older. But at this point in time, there's just no point for me to have one. So I give it up. And I'm not upset about it. It's just time for change, I guess. So That's why I have given up riding motorcycles. Hope it helps. Thank you much.